know when you're going live, Mike.
Maybe.
Let's tell me that. I can't really tell.
I think Brandino B is ready twice.
Welcome to the CMS stream. Let me know when you're going live. We have an official match. It was almost unofficial, but Sweat is roughing this match. It is the Crusaders versus Annihilation. Not many officials happening recently, just due to the draft tournament. But two interesting teams here. Both party, I would put them both kind of in the midfield of all the teams currently. We're gonna have rules here read. There's no match thread, so we don't know what any of the rules are right now. So this is going to be a surprise for us as well, for you.
Mm-hmm. Should just be normal 12v12 MMR.
Yeah.
Yeah. If mandatory match rules and 1 Zucat per map, no ghosting. One assassin, archer, engineer, mage, necro, pyro, and scout. So far, normal limits. I would guess 2 medic, 2 ninja, 2 chemist, elf, medic, no ninja. Okay. 3 heavy, ninja, soldier, and that's going to do all the class limits. What are you guys' predictions for this match?
I think it'll be a pretty good match. I'm gonna say Annie's gonna have a slight advantage because I've noticed they've been playing a lot of PPMs recently, so they're pretty active. But I think TC will keep it pretty close.
Yeah.
So.
I want to say Annie as well, just because they picked up some new players recently that are probably help them. I know last time.
So one thing I want to point out on Annie's side. So TC's roster is fairly consistent. They have a few new members, but not that many, and a lot of their members that are playing have been on TC and been playing for TC for a while. Versus Annihilation, we have additions of players like Finder and G.I. Joe and Fire Total, and Mankinudis is fairly recent addition, I think.
Yeah.
So a lot of new members that we've seen. Not in numbers for Annihilation, especially G.I. Joe, who's the medic offense.
Mm-hmm. I think historically this has been TC's strongest map, so I wouldn't be surprised if TC barely edged Annie on this map, and then Annie picked Pagodas 3. So we'll see.
We do see a steal here from Rejected. Has the medic restart, I believe. Yep. Is trying to get the bot mid, but gets frenzied by G. Henry. A pretty good offensive push from Annihilation, though. We had a good number of people entering the flag and putting a lot of pressure at the same time, which is what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side, looks like Annie has been stopping TC offense quite well. They have not yet gotten a steal. They're doing a good job of singling out different offenders and getting them killed. Brandino also doing a lot of work right now. He's headshot the medic twice already.
They've got a good push here as long as they don't all get headshot.
Oh yeah, Jack does get a clean steal. It's going to go through top mid, but it gets headshot by Kev. But Mankey is able to get a backup steal as Necro. Has the medic support, but too much in front of him and goes down to damage there. Once again, a very good push from Annihilation.
Leo got a good steal.
On the other side, Leo gets a good steal. He's out XX. He gets the restore, but the medic gets headshot, and he gets knocked off the map by Finder.
He must have been out of He must have been on cooldown.
Yeah. Didn't look like he could walk.
It's kind of weird for him to just get knocked off like that.
Overall, I think, for looking at Annihilation side, their pushes have been very consistent and very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would expect to see over the course of this map that TC's defense gets adjusted and is able to counter their offense better. That's what you normally see. especially on these offensive biased maps, is the offense starts swinging hard, gets a lot of good steals, and then slows down as the defense gets adjusted.
Yeah, it seems like both teams are coming XX side. I haven't really seen anyone go down mid.
Yeah. And currently, Kev is pushed up onto Annie's side. He's on top mid right now. He's being contested by Brandino though, and he drops back.
Kev is actually updating.
Looks like he's gonna flag shoot now into Annie's flag room, and Leo gets a steal. He's out. Has no stake and full health.
He's out at top
in the
mid.
medic. He might go down just to damage here. His medic is close, but he has Finder and Crabs on him, and he goes down.
Miski, on the other hand, is at his spawn. There's a pirate behind him. He has to watch out, but he does get the restore. The pirate does go down, so now the threat of the pirate is gone, and he should get this capture. He blocks the assassin. And the ninja goes down. That should be a capture for Annihilation here. Very solid play. I was watching Miski as he goes across. He had a good neck for support, got a few wither skulls to get that absorption holds.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I think the Necro for Annie's offense is doing a lot of work because they have 2 ninjas and only looks like 1 bulk defense. So that Necro is just going to eat through the ninjas and really be good for supporting.
Yeah,
everything.
It didn't look like they could really get in front of Miski to slow him down, so he kind of just marched on top of the mid and then got the easy cap.
We're going to probably see another good steal. Actually, TC's defense holds on. So Shaunity, Annihilation had like 3 people in the flag room, but Sean cleaned them up very quickly as assassin.
Italian Penguin has a steal. Oh, he gets knocked into the void.
I do like what I'm seeing on Annihilation's offense. They're non-mobile classes. Their Chemist, Necro, Medic clears a lot of the roaming, which allows their soldier flag carriers to get out. Miski goes down to damage there, but Jack was right over the where Miski died, and no one's there to pick it up. He was just stuck. Miski was stuck in a web, and he was just taking damage, and eventually Jack just picked it up. He might get the medic here, but the medic gets pushed down. He's still alive and has 1 stake, so he should be fine. He has both medics, so he's definitely got the reach. He gets headshot, but the medic picks it up. Gets headshot again. Miski picks it up.
Wow.
Fortunate
sequence for Annihilation there. Got away.
TC does have 5 people on XX, including Sean, who's a very laggy assassin right now. But Annihilation gets the capture, and they're holding on defense and shutting down TC's offense. Leo gets a steal and gets out, but he's really low, and he goes down to Finder.
Well, yeah, if they had a ninja there, they have plenty of opportunity to recove. It's very unlucky on TC's side.
So what do you think TC's defense is doing wrong? What do you think they can do to counter Annihilation's offense?
I think they need more bulk, honestly. Right now they have 2 ninjas, assassin, and a scout on defense, and only Hearts as bulk soldier. They really want to run 2 bulk probably to counter like the Necro and Chemists.
I'd probably drop the scout for a bulk class.
Yeah.
I'll drop one of the ninjas, honestly. Scout is quite useful.
Yeah, scout can get the death type.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it just depends on the team.
But I absolutely agree that a second bulk, a second soldier would be incredibly useful. So what Miski's, not Miski, but what Annihilation is doing is there are 3 kind of non-mobile classes, Necro, Chemist, Medic, just tank a lot of that roaming and eat it up a lot, which allows the soldiers to steal.
Yeah, and as Mike just pointed out, TC doesn't have a medic defense. They have Ash, like, occasionally switching on to medic to heal the Pyro, the rest of the defense. But there's not a permanent medic defense in the flag room to help, like, web the exits and heal the Pyro.
I think TC's defense is adjusting a little bit as the game goes on.
Yeah, they're
seems like the game slowed down.
I'm gonna take a look at TC's offense, see what they're doing. Look at their composition.
They have
it looks fairly similar, except instead of the Neko, they're using an elf.
Yeah.
Miski does have a steal here and is gonna try to get to top mid. Has 3 stakes, so he has a good amount of health. He might opt to go down bottom mid because since he has the medic there.
The medic defense pushed up. Oh, but he goes down with a frenzy.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous to go down that way.
Yeah, he had 2 medics with him too, but he still went down.
Yeah, both the assassin and the pyro down there.
Zhang JP has the flag as chemist, has the medic, and is going XX. Has some support. Oh, but gets knocked off. Oh no. That was really unfortunate.
That was a really good opportunity from TC there.
Kev also pushed up there to try and headshot the recovery from Annihilation.
TC's offense got on the archer there. I think if they didn't fall off, that probably would have been a cab.
So one thing I want to note is with Italian playing elf. So the only difference between the 2 offenses is that Italian is elf, not necro, where Menki is necro, not elf. And they both those classes have their ups and downs on offense. Obviously, necro is bulkier and can give halts with absorption, which is very useful in critical moments, and also deals wither to enemies. But elf, on the other hand, with water element, can basically nullify the enemy pyro if done correctly.
Yeah, but water element is not very useful if none of your team can actually get to the flag. I think Italian should switch to Necro, just because Annie is running basically the same defense. They have 2 ninjas and a bulk, although they do have a medic instead of a scout. So I think Necro could be really useful for TC here.
TC kind of is running like 3 main cappers, I think, with I think Zing, sorry if I said your name wrong, and then Leo and Italian. Because elf isn't really a supportive class. I mean, I guess it can be.
It can
the
be.
water element, but
so it feels like looking at TC's defense, they're able to split up Annihilation's offense more, and it also seems like at the same time, because of that higher pressure to split them up, their offense is kind of more split. They have regrouped here, so we should see a better push here from Annihilation. As you see a steal here from Miski, he's no stake, but has full health. Has the medic there as well. Has to walk up to the pyro.
I don't think he's gotten restored yet, but he makes it up to the bridge where he has Jack to support. There's no
medic
ninjas
respawn,
there.
And he's gonna get the restore here, most likely. This might be a third capture for Annihilation.
Unless they can get a steal here.
Oh, Archer. Kev is in position to headshot. He does get the headshot.
Oh, jeez,
but the medic picks it up. And that's going to be the third cap.
Yeah.
No flags on the play.
And he's just getting too many players in the flag at one time. Like the room on TC's side isn't doing enough to help out their pyro.
Oh, interesting. Monkey Noodles is heavy now instead of micro. I don't know if he was heavy for that last push or not. But that's definitely interesting. You don't really usually see heavy run on Blackout. You usually opt for the more mobile classes.
We see a pretty good coordinated push here from TC. Though they're not gonna... Italian is out as Elf. Has 0 stake, but has no one really in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Brandino is getting pressured, but he has a ninja with regen on him. Gets up top, but he only has 5 hearts. And yeah, he goes down to crabs there.
Tractation, on the other hand, is at bridge. Goes down to the ninja on the bridge.
That was very clutch.
Kind of missed it.
Monkey
but the
Noodles
heavy has
a backup. He has 3 stake. Oh, but he goes down to frenzy.
We're gonna see a ninja steal here from soon. He's gonna go top mid, but there's a ninja waiting for him. This should not go.
Yeah. Oh,
he didn't even make it in time anyways.
It's just backup still after backup steal, huh?
Well, I would say both those backup steals were pretty good. Mankey was pretty clean to bottom mid, but Ash got a very good web on him.
Yeah.
And of course, the ninja backup steal is always a big thing that you have to be careful of.
Kev's been roaming up a lot to help his offense out.
He does have a steal, but it's very low. No stake, 5 hearts, well, 2.5 hearts. He's gonna get killed by that soldier and goes down. Tractation is also out, is at XX as well. This time he has 1 stake, so he's a little bit more health, but...
On the other side, Glaze has the flag. He's at the bridge, and he has a medic with him. Leo actually got out of the flag room and passed to him. And he got the restore and now has some support.
Tractation gets the restore as well as support, is about to get bridge. There's the pyro that's waiting for them, as well as the assassin. Jack is just waiting for those that pyro to die, and that assassin as well. Pyro should go down here, and does, so we might see our first stalemate of Blackout as Tractation goes across the balls.
Alright, well, hopefully this isn't a 14-minute long stalemate.
Of course, this does evolve.
There's no overtime.
Correct, there's no overtime in the regular official matches. This does, of course, overall favor Annihilation. They can stall the stalemate as long as they want, as long as they need to. They have a 3-cap lead, which is a very strong lead.
Yeah, and I think even if TC do end up winning this stalemate, it'll be hard for them to get their momentum back and get some good steals.
Of course, another thing you have to be wary of with stalemate is once you go down that you have to watch out on both sides for backup steals. Since your defense is at spawn, not at the flag. I'm going to see how much pressure. So, looking at Annihilation side, we have a fairly standard support. We know Necro is being used more on and support just due to its revival tag, cancelling out death tag, as well as absorption hearts, making the flag area just a little bit more tanky.
There's a lot of people with TC's flag carrier.
TC, they have a lot of people. They have a pyromedic, chemist, necro, and soldier. Literally just like standing next to the flag carrier. Brandino is by spawn with mage support, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to get the headshot. he can get around to a better position.
Honestly, I only think the Pyro and the Medic need to be there. Everyone else can either roam or help with recov.
Oh, this is an interesting position. I also was just camping around the tunnel as assassin and just killed the Archer that way. Kind of warmed up defense all the way to their side. Because yeah, both teams have to watch out for the Scout as well as the Archer.
Yeah.
Kev's gonna get a shot
like
here.
Misty is...
Oh, he almost got him.
Looks like Minsky is Scout for Annihilation, while Diamond Elite, aka Blue Jumper, is the Scout for TC. It would be interesting to see one of them get a Void Swap. Something that doesn't happen too often.
We also see Blue Jumper getting in position as Scout.
Yeah,
might be going for a Void Swap here.
He might get knocked off here.
I'll just go down to damage. The Archer, Kev is going up to a top medic trying to get some shots as Shaq has pressure from soldiers.
He might get the headshot. Looks like no, he gets knocked off.
It seemed like both teams' recov is pretty unorganized. I haven't really seen a strong push from either team.
Misky is on top of TC's flagger right now. He's gonna try and go for the Void Swap, but he's probably gonna die here. Yeah.
Yeah, having Ninja roam on blockout's pretty integral to keeping your flag carrier alive.
And then the other thing is with Blackout, being played so much competitively, and Stalemates being so common on Blackout, all the strategies for recovery are known by both teams.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of strategies that have been tried and tested, and Archer going bottom spawn, Archer going top mid, Archer going behind bridge, Scout going through the walkway through XX, or Scout swap into Pyro on bridge. All those strategies everyone knows about and are on the lookout for, so it's very hard to surprise the enemy team, which is what you need to get a recov.
Yeah. Also, I think you need to have like an organized push to get a recov, because usually solo recovs don't work that much on competitive blackout. Unless you're super sneaky as Scout or Archer, but don't see it happening right now.
Yeah, not much happening right now. We see a few. Basically, we're watching since we're not expecting damage come unless it's with Scout and Death Tag. We're going to be mostly looking for either the Scout Void Swap or the Archer Headshot.
I think TC needs to be more aggressive because they're down 3. They should be the one trying to bring most of their team to red side and try to recover.
As Mike pointed out, the fire total as Pyro and Misky as Scout was at the bridge, which is, as I mentioned, the swap into the Pyro into a closed space.
They might be swap into assassin here, Misky.
He does!
Gets it!
And he gets the assassin. Wow.
That was very unfortunate.
That's one of the things. When you get swapped, your first thought is, I need to get back to my support. So you unblock. And it's swapped to bottom mid, which is not a usual place that you're looking for like scouts and such.
Very good for Annihilation. Misky got the swap first try, right into I lost the game.
Fight as Valorant.
Fight as in Valorant instead. I don't know. Annihilation has some pretty tryhards on Valorant / CS:GO. As Risky says, he's Immortal 3. Though I had it out, he's Immortal 3. When I got our ranks in Valorant, we were both Iron 3. So I doubt that he's Immortal 3.
Never know, man. He could be grinding it. Yeah, TC's still a little bit staggered on their offense. It's gonna be hard for them to come back with 6 minutes.
Yeah. Keep in mind that neither Annihilation has not used their ninja cap yet. So they might try that as their 5th cap. It's still 6 minutes left in the game.
Seems like Diamond Go is just kind of being left alone and like fed to their roam. So it's hard to really get a good cap when your medic's dead most of the time.
It looks like Italian is still Elf, which has not been working. He went Necro for the Stalemate, but then he switched back to Elf.
We have a very good steal here from Annihilation. Misky got the restore. The Pyre got pushed away, which allowed Misky to get a very clean steal here. He's gonna make it over boss pretty easily. No one there to get in front of him and cut him off. So this might be the 5th and final cap for Annihilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it is.
Like, it is a 5-0 for Annihilation.
Yeah, solid performance. The Annihilation defense holding strong, and Annihilation offense gonna have good coordinated pushes just consistently, which allowed them to get a lot of good steals and eventually those 5 captures. We see Annihilation's pick here be Slate 1, which is actually surprisingly. I would bet they would choose something like Pagodas or something, but
I think it's a good pick for them because they do have Finder, who is a brick wall on defense, and this is definitely a bulk defense map. Heavy can do a lot of damage here, players getting stuck in tunnels and whatnot.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure how TC will do on this map as well. I feel like it's probably not their strongest offensive map.
If Italian Penguin isn't running Necro on this, I don't think they have a chance, because they really need a Necro to support Diamond Girl and to get rid of the ninjas.
Well, as we are waiting for a pause, and actually Annihilation is ready. So
it looks like both teams are ready since we started. Quite a short pause. Always a good thing to see.
Yeah, on that last map, it seemed just Annie's offense was a lot more grouped and organized than TC's, so they were able to get some better steals, more opportunities to cap.
Yeah, as we switch to this map, it's definitely gonna be a change of pace. The Pyro has an interesting job because the flag room is completely different. You have more entrances from all around, but you have way more time to react to people entering.
That's true.
And G Henry is not an easy person to sneak up on. Kev is playing in a very interesting spot here. I don't know if you noticed, Kev is playing in the flag room and positioning himself to be able to headshot what's been called the OP tunnel.
Oh, okay.
So you can just since a lot of people like coming in through that OP tunnel, he just sat there and headshot a couple of people in the flag room. That's kind of interesting. I like it. It worked well.
The flag room's big enough for you to like kind of reposition on either side and get headshots depending where they're coming from.
That or Exedra, one of the two.
Oh yeah.
Another push here from Annihilation. TC's defense is doing a lot better now, it seems. They seem to, I don't know, it seems, looking at this, it seems like TC's defense works a lot better in these larger flag rooms that they can basically gain up on the enemy offense.
Yeah.
It looks like TC's only running one ninja on defense, which I think is good for this map. They're running a scout instead of a second ninja. They still only have hearts on both defense, but
I think scout's pretty good in this map.
Scout can be really good, yeah.
As long as they get the death tag on like a primary carry or a primary capper,
Yeah.
it's fine.
It is important. Another thing I want to note, as Missy gets a very good steal here.
He gets knocked back though. He's probably gonna go down here. Yeah. Looks like Monkey Noodles gets a backup. Oh, but he gets assassinated.
One thing I want to note is Kev is on Archer, but Vandino has switched to defensive heavy, so Annihilation is not currently running an Archer. It's important to note that this map is not exactly good for Archer, generally.
Yeah.
Midfield there's a lot of different routes you can take to avoid the Archer position.
And I think it was heavy.
Kev has been moving around a lot to try and go and headshot where he thinks the offense is going. We do see a steal here from Miski is out. And as his support is coming to him, so he should be able to get the support. His medic goes down though, that's going to be crucial. He's opting to go to the back sponge. Is able to be is going to take it.
On the other
Get
side,
swapped back. That's actually interesting. I don't know if that's a good swap because all of the recovery is expecting him to be there and was ready to do that, but now that allowed Miski to just
restore.
Yeah, he got the restore, and that allowed Miski to just have free space in front of him. I don't like that swap, but from the scout, that really just hurt the recovery. And that's going to lead to a cap here for Annihilation, most likely.
Oh, the assassin.
Kev almost got a headshot there.
Missed the flag.
I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if you guys saw, but Kevin was waiting in the OP tunnel.
Oh
he
yeah.
He almost got the headshot on Miski there.
Yeah, so that's one thing I'm noting is Kev is really playing, was playing against. Now it seems to be playing on Gamma's offense. Kev was playing, moving around to try and counter the enemy offense. Had to do a lot of positioning.
Blaze is out here.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go up on top of the flag room. He has 2 stakes still. He has heavies on him, but he gets boosted.
Has to avoid the swap here. Does get swapped
back. That was good. But he does have some support. The medic's right below him. He's gonna drop down. Oh, the medic gets killed somehow.
He still has lots of support with him and not much recovery anymore. Blaze is frozen. Oh my, he's lagging a bit there. Yeah.
On the other side,
he's gonna get that restore.
And he's out pretty far. The medic's right behind him, but so is the Pyro and Scout. He might get swapped into the Pyro here. But, oh, Pyro is killed, and now he's all alone, but he is in Annihilation's flag room.
So now we're looking at a stalemate here, a soldier versus necro stalemate. Not the usual stalemate we're used to seeing on a map like this. Certainly not necro stealing and holding. So
yeah, one downside of having the necro hold the flag is that you have to get rid of Death Tag, you'd have to have a medic restore instead of using a revival tag. Whereas TC doesn't have that problem.
Once again, Annihilation does have the advantage here with the 1-cap lead. You see, Danny is chilling in spawn as Dwarf. That's what he likes to see. Getting some levels up, ready for the Stalemate. That would be OP if Dwarf was allowed in a Stalemate.
He's almost got headshot running from the OP tunnel. That's close.
Yeah, Archer can actually... There's 2 main spots an Archer can get if they're hiding in the tunnel right next to spawn. Either right up top of this tunnel to the left of spawn, you can headshot into the tunnel, or in the flag room is another common spot.
Mm-hmm. Can also hit the insane swap in a headshot.
That would also be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think the best bet for TC right now is either a headshot or just to out bulk and send like 3 heavies on moves.
But TC just has a lot of support constantly. I mean, they have an assassin supporting, a heavy supporting, medic, necro, chemist.
They're gonna need to send more on reco, especially since they're down. They need this recovery.
Yeah, not a lot happening right now.
No, especially with TC having so much on support.
Yeah.
You're not expecting a lot to happen.
I'd drop 1 or 2 of the people that's with
I'd
plays
really
right now.
only have the medic, necro, and pyro, and then have like 1 or 2, or even just 1 person roaming around just for the archer or scout.
I think what Annie has right now is ideal.
I'm always a fan of having more. The more pressure you have, the more likely you're going to get that recov.
Right.
So if you put the pressure on them, that makes it difficult for them to put pressure on you.
Right.
As well as you can catch them by surprise more likely.
Mm-hmm.
And get that
You're gonna get more opportunities that way. You're more aggressive.
But right now we just have to wait for those opportunities to show up as well. As with standard stalemates, not a lot happens for a lot of the time.
And he has 3 bulk.
Yeah. Oh, 1 goes down. They have
Another
Finder
one's low.
and Crabs is heavy. Crabs goes down. It's just Finder. Doesn't look like much is gonna happen.
I mean, the amount of support TC has is incredible.
Oh, they're gonna try the insane swap in a headshot here. Gets Diamond Girl, but...
Iski misses the swap, and he
it's a good attempt.
Down. Brandino might be able to get the headshot.
Headshot.
If the chemist picks up and runs
Then there's a lot of
and there's 3 bulk here. He might go down to damage.
Yeah, wow. There it is. See, that's exactly what we were talking about. That so much pressure, you can't defend against it well enough, and there's gonna be opportunities that show up, and those are those opportunities that we talked about.
Good job on Annie. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and it might seem counterintuitive, but honestly, sending more pressure when you're receiving more pressure is better, because it'll force the other team to defend more, and then they'll have less pressure on you.
And we saw Annihilation was able to they had an Archer on recov, which got this headshot, the Scout recov, just to put more pressure, and bulk. Right, all those things, or are constantly pressuring them.
And I think Italian Penguin is still on Elf, which is not the best for Slate, but he did get 1 good steal, but he didn't make it very far.
Rashawn killed like 4 of Annie's offense there. That was really good on him. They all went down the OP tunnel and he just waited at the corner and killed him. looks pretty good.
So now it's the time's ticking for TC. They have yet to get a cap this match, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Annihilation is looking to get a clean 5-0-3-0. What do you think TC has to change on defense or on offense?
I really think on offense they need Italian to be Necro instead of Elf.
They need to be more grouped too. I think.
Well, they are grouped right now.
They're
sending a 5-person offense, a 6-person offense.
Oh, okay.
So they must be running a medic on offense. Anyways, they have a big push coming in. Kev does get a steal.
Gets out, avoids the frenzy, and the medic is right there. Oh, he gets frozen. The medic is still there. He might get the restore here.
And the Pyro's gonna go down.
OP sponge.
No,
he's gonna juke them.
To take the OP sponge. That's very wise. And he
gets
the
smart.
Restore. On the other side, Jack is out. He has a lot on him. He might go down here.
He has no medic.
He gets frenzied. Oh, that was nice.
Because still is at mid, but he has so much support. He shouldn't go down here. A lot of pressure on him still, even at his new spawn. But Kev is in the tunnel.
Oh, yeah, he should get that.
That's TC's first cap of the match. 7 minutes.
Yeah, that was well played. I think moving Kev from Archer to offense was what they needed, apparently.
Yeah, having the 6-man offense really helped. They all got there at once, and then the medic was right outside waiting.
Yeah.
Worked really well.
They still have time to turn it around.
Yeah. They still also have their ninja cap, so they could try for at least a backup ninja steal when the first series doesn't hit.
I don't think Annie's running an assassin on defense.
Yeah, they have Eyelash the game on Scout, and then Brandino and Finder on Heavy, and then Krabs Ninja on Austin Mage.
Yes, something to note. Something to note. The agreed map is Pagodas 3, which is a 3-cap map. So, if TC want to have a chance of winning this, they have to get 2 more captures.
Yeah.
Shactation has a good steal. Has the medic in front of him. But a lot of
Fire's also in front of him.
yeah, there's a lot around him right now. But with the mount there, you would expect a backup steal, which we do see a ninja steal from soon. And it's gonna have a pretty open area to pull to.
On the other side, Zhang is out.
Oh, he was not able to get that burn, that pearl before he burned to death.
Pyro's right behind him. Oh, Kev does a good job at knocking him back. That was good. Good awareness.
Zhang is out already by their spawn, and it might be a second cap for PC.
Yeah, that's what it looks like here.
That's something. Oh,
wow.
Oh man, that's really unlucky.
That's unfortunate.
Last second heroics by soon there, as well as the scout, I believe. Mitsuki does have a steal as soldier. I don't know where he is.
He's death
tagged, and he's gonna pass to the chemist. Yeah, that makes sense considering the amount of health he has. Jack has 1 health bar, but this is interesting. I wonder what the medic is doing there.
Austin switched to medic to support him.
This might be the final cap that Annihilation needs to just seal this game. We see a lot of support here from Soleil, as Soleil needs to stay alive so that TC doesn't lose this match.
He has a lot of support with him. I think he's fine.
Yeah, TC's obviously focusing support because they cannot afford to drop this flag, as then regroup and start recovery on Stalemate.
Yeah.
But as we saw with last Stalemate, TC has to push more onto recovery. They can't have 5 or 6 people supporting the flag carry. They only need like medic, and pyro, maybe the necro, and that's it.
They need to push sooner rather than later, honestly.
Yeah, because once again, they need to get 2 captures, not just 1. And it's only less than 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
They certainly don't need.
Pointing out in chat, he does need to put a lot of pressure on Annie to get this recove, because they have to win. They have to win this map in order to have a chance at winning Pagodas.
Mm-hmm.
And Annihilation here can just do whatever they need to, because they know not only, well, if they even lose the stalemate, they still haven't lost. They can still win this match.
Check's in a headshotable spot here.
By the scout. He's running. There's still 2 heavies on him, but the pyro is probably going to kill them.
No one's really contesting Bandino right now. No one's going there to try and kill him, so that just allows him to get some shots in and put pressure. But Soleil is not a good spot necessarily.
Yeah, TC's running out of time right now.
Only 2 minutes left. Jack does get
Jack's tagged.
He's
almost got dropped.
Him, but he's probably going to get restored. Yeah. Their best bet right now, since Jack is holding in an interesting spot, he's not against the wall on the other side.
They need to send like 7 people on recove right now.
Kev could easily.
No, but they still have yet to kill Bandino on a TC side. He's been just lobbing shots for the past like minute and a half, and has yet to die. And Annihilation keeps on trying to push Soleil into his line of sight so he can get that headshot. He finally goes down, but Bandino was just sitting there with support for a solid minute and a half.
He does have a good push, but most of the Annie's recon died and was able to support Jack there. And interestingly, Kev switched onto Ninja. He's no longer Archer, which I don't think is a good idea because Jack was in a very headshotable position in the tunnel.
Now it's 1 minute left. This is do or die time for TC. They have to get this recov as well as another capture, which is going to be feasible really by Ninja Cap by this point. Jack has the death tag and a lot of people on him.
Ninja. He's still death tagged. Does get restored though.
But there are a lot of heavies on him now.
He is like right next to the spawn right now. This is why I think they should have Kev on Archer instead. 20 seconds left. It's looking like this is going to be.
This has to be game. I don't think a Ninja can even.
There's
get
no
a capture that quickly.
Kev's switching onto Archer for the last minute, but he's not going to be able to get the headshot.
And Ninja can't even seal by this point, so that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
So a 5-0, 2-1 to Annihilation. Solid performance by them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Surprised at how Blackout went. It's usually TC's strongest map.
Yeah. They really struggled there.
TC, I think, performed better on this map overall than
they did. They definitely got
Blackout.
They got some stuff together.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, are we gonna do player of the games?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do too.
So for on Annihilation side, what are you guys thinking? The overall defense was solid. Of course, their offense was very coordinated throughout the whole entire game.
Solid across the board.
Yeah.
Everyone had had a part in doing their part well, which was what you want to see in a team game like this.
Yeah, I'd probably give it to Miski. It seems like he did super well on offense.
And as well as the recovery as well. I mean, remember that recover on Blackout? Scouting as the assassin.
Yeah.
I think Miski's good.
I give it to Miski.
Yeah, so Miski player of the game.
Quite well.
Do you want to do one for TC side or just?
If we did, I'd probably give it to Kev.
Yeah, I'd give it to Kev.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with Kev.
I think he did the most on TC side.
Yeah. Especially on Slate, switching to Archer in that first stalemate, he was able to headshot the flag carriers a couple of times and got rid of all their support. They went down. TC was able to get their first and only cap.
So, with the 5-0-2-1 to Annihilation, the player of the game being Miski for Annihilation side and Ray's Dragon, I think is how you pronounce it, something like that. Kev, basically, for TC side. That's going to do it for us. I hope you enjoyed watching. There's a draft tournament match, and I believe 1 hour at 4 o'clock p.m. EST. Yeah. So, tune in for that. Sir.
Can't wait.
Besides that, hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.
All right.